A spacecraft from another solar system invades the night sky. But this is not our sky. And we are the invaders. The search for alien life has begun.
We think that other worlds, perhaps other Earths, if you will, exist. We know of hundreds of other planetary systems right now, and that may be the tip of the iceberg.
It isn't conceivable, really, that there would not be life. Is it intelligent? I don't know. That's a whole other issue.
Within a few decades, unmanned probes equipped with artificial intelligence may find life on planets beyond our solar system.
2014, that's the magic year. That's the magic year where the terrestrial planet finder goes up into orbit, and its explicit mission is to find evidence of up to perhaps 500 Earth-like planets orbiting other star systems.
There is no reason not to think that on some of them, somewhere, you would find multicellular organisms like ourselves.
The life we have on Earth must have spontaneously generated itself. It must therefore be possible for life to be generated spontaneously elsewhere in the universe.
We now take a simulated journey, scientifically verified by leading experts, to a planet called Darwin 4. The life it supports tests the limits of technology and the intellects of the greatest minds of our generation. Because here on Darwin, life is truly full of surprises.
Some things are full of mystery, and one of those things are the Great Ball of Armenia. Now this is a special landmark. Many pilgrimages have been taken here across the ages. Many wars fought over this ball over the ages. Many happies were happy because of this landmark. So, for a great landmark of great mystery comes a great story, which you'll be learning right now. The Great Ball of Armenia. Where did it come from? Who is it? And what is it? What purpose does it have? And why is it so enticing to all who peer through its visage? It all started in the year 1 of the calendar of Gregorian, when it was built by Saint Wolzorg Augustine from Azerbaijan. Now, this is what the history states, the official history. If you go on Wikipedia, it says this to you. It will say Wikipedia to you if you go on Wikipedia. But this film is not any ordinary film where we look at the ordinary. Oh, no, no, no. This will uncover the secrets that are not spoken about, the truths that are not revealed so easily to the public. And this is a history of the ball, but also an uncovering. So it all started whenever the Great War of the Great War, whenever the two seas collided right between the epicenter of Anatolia. The Great Sea and the Greater Sea came into be one in that fateful year when it was fought over by the Turks and Caucasians, and because a great mysterious creature had arisen from the caverns of El Nisor Helsim, and this creature was said to be a spherical thing of interest. So now we're getting into a weird area, because these accounts are not found so easily. If you look this up, it'll say something like a bug came out of the ground and they all got surprised and they all started fighting over it. But in our own vault, our own library, we have access to many informationals, and in this informational it says that a sphere rolled out of a dark cavern, a mysterious cavern that goes into unknown depths, and this creature was a ball. It rolled onto the Armenians. It rolled onto their land and chose them. Then they named it, they decreed it, the Great Ball of their land. And thus a war broke out between all the peoples of the land over this ball, over this creature, because it granted them many blessings. And as this happened, the creature sat back and watched to see if its faithful Armenians will be able to protect it from the hands of its adversaries. A great war was fought, and then, through a very slim chance, by the hairs of a hair, at the very thinness of a hair, the Armenians won the war, and they sealed off the Turks in another realm across the Ararat mountain. And this is a story, according to the scroll, of the great ball who rode on to Armenia, because this ball is located in Yerevan, Armenia. It is pedestaled up on a big platform, and it has a name underneath it and a golden plaque, and it says, "The Great Ball of Armenia is super awesome." Well, it doesn't say super awesome, but it says the Great Ball of Armenia. And you can see it on all of our postcards and everything, and they're very proud of it. Anyway, so that's how it rolled on through land. That's how it got its visa. But why did it do this, and where did it come from? Soon we will find out. But first, we're going to get into these messages. Okay, welcome back. Now we uncover the origins and the why of where this ball came from. So according to the history, all balls come from a factory, and that factory makes the balls, and then it sells the balls in markets, and then the markets sell you the balls, and the balls get played with by you. But there's a bit more to that according to the lost histories, which we have access to, because we paid for an expedition deep into the Caucasus Mountain to uncover many secrets. And one of these secrets is there is actually a very large cave system located somewhere nestled between a valley and the Caucasus. And this is a very hard cave to find. We actually have not found any yet, but we have found a map that says there is one there. Perhaps it has caved in through the entrance, or it's hidden by some mystical means. But according to the map, there's a big cave system there that leads to how do I say this? A civilization hidden within the mountains. And this large cave system leads you into a vast network, a very, very vast network of caves and crevices and many other such forths and henceforth and menceforth and therefores. And you see that this network of holes in the wall is inhabited by balls. Not just any ordinary balls, but living, conscious, sentient balls. and they roll around, and they're angry. They've been there for a long time. They've been waiting. They've been biding their time, waiting for a good time to strike. Because according to the lost lore, these balls have been there for billions of years, way before man, way before elf, way before dwarf, way before horse, asp, way before Urkin, way before grass, way before the water was like there, way before trees, way before mountains, way before planets, way before the universe, way before the omniverse, way before the superverse, way before the gooberverse, way before the way before anyway, they've been there for a while, and they are waiting for a good time to crawl out of the grass and make their move on the world they claim is theirs. So now we get into their philosophy, the philosophy of the balls. They have a very strange philosophy. Well, not strange if you think of it really hard, but since they're balls and they're evil, and if you think about it, everything you know and see are balls, because you're made of balls right now, because your molecules are balls right now. Right now they're balls, I'm saying right now, but they might be something else later, but right now they're balls. And your particles are balls, your atoms are balls. No, the worlds are balls, and then everything else is like an egg to you, or to them. And since they see this, and this is their philosophy that they have had for eons, and since everything is a ball, that means they are the rightful inheritors of the world and universe, and they should be the ones ruling it, not the ones who walk on it right now, like you. And that is why they are so angry underground, because they were not always underground. In fact, they had a patron deity that they once worshipped, a great serpent of primordial origin who carved out their cave system, and from the cave system they were birthed out of the walls, and the serpent blessed them with consciousness so they can see. Wait, no, they can't see, they have no eyes. So they can experience the glory of the cave and the ways of the world that the snake could also experience. So the snake could show the balls how it feels to be a a conscious explorer of the world. Well, this is according to the ball lore, but if you look at the snake's account, the snake has etchings of his own, and it says that the balls just appeared out of the wall one day, and they started making weird noises and being annoying. So the snake, at first the snake tolerated it, but then the balls started talking about wanting to, like, convert the world into balls, and wanting to convert the snake into balls, so the snake matches them because the snake is their god, and they want their god to match them. And the snake got annoyed and just locked them in the cave and left. That's, like, according to the other alternative account of things, and you can believe whichever one you want. And the point is, a big snake was there to, like, cut up the holes for them. Well, I'll be damned. And then they've been there for eons ever since, angrily biding their time, sending expedition after expedition, and maybe every once a century, to see how the world is doing in their absence. And one of those expeditions was the Great Ball of Armenia, their most fruitful expedition that still operates to this day. Because without the Armenians knowing, they are slowly being converted into balls, like basketballs, tennis balls, bowling balls, balls, baseballs, foot balls. They are all being converted into those. And it already happened. If you go to a store right now, and if you see balls like bouncy balls, basketballs, those are all Armenians. They were once Armenian, but they were turned into balls. They were all balls at one point, but they're Armenian now. I mean, no, they were all Armenian at one point, but they're balls now. And this is a very interesting thing happening, because that means the operation is slowly succeeding. But right now, it's isolated to the Armenians, because the Armenians are their chosen. They are the ball heirs of the world. But here's the thing. We've been studying the culture of balls for a bit, and it seems the smaller balls, like the newer balls who are converted into balls recently, like Armenians, or anyone else who falls into that unfortunate fate where they're converted to something like a soccer ball, they are treated as a slave caste among the big ancient balls who live in the caverns. Because once people are turned to balls, they're taken down into the caverns to be worked all day and all night and all year and all epoch. And they're taken there to work hard, and they are treated as slaves. The small balls are, which from a critic's perspective, you would expect the big, stronger, ancient, more well-versed balls in being a ball to be working and teaching them how to be balls. But no, they just throw the small balls straight into the working camps, and they work as slaves, and they have no idea what they're doing. But that's just my personal critique, and I think a ball might hear this, and they might get mad at me. But anyway, yeah, that's what happens whenever an Armenian gets turned into a ball. They become a ball, and they're now slaves, and therefore you must not trust or even flinch at the blessings offered by a ball. But it already happened, because so many wars were fought over that one ball in Yerevan. And that is very bad, because that means it's working. The balls are winning. Some war that is very one-sided, because nobody knows about this war, because except for us, because we are the lost history tellers, the documentary we are, and these balls are getting out of hand lately, and it's very interesting because you're living in a time where balls are walking around and rolling around, and they're coming out their caves, out of hiding, after so long, and it's your chance to either fight them or join them, like the Armenians did. And also, you're also wondering who the main opponent to this coming future is. Well, Napoleon is leading the Turks because because he plays the piano. So that's it. That's all they have. That's all there is to oppose the balls. Good luck. But anyway, so there's also like a Caspian Sea down there too. You could also go there to hide, because there's like a breakaway civilization hiding in the Caspian Sea. So if things get really out of hand, you can just go there and hide. I heard Napoleon has a ticket there too, just in case his conquest goes bad, because I really don't see how anyone can defeat the big ball of Armenia. It's just not possible. They've entrenched themselves into so many matters and doings and ways of the world that it's not possible for one to fight back anymore. Maybe it was possible like 2,000 years ago, but not anymore. It's too late. I've been seeing so many balls in stores lately that this is not possible. It's already happening. Everyone's becoming a slave to the ball. Yeah, I think it might be the ball century soon. Well, make that the ball millennium, because the balls are they sure are succeeded thus far. And oh yeah. So you're wondering where the snake is in all of this, or the deity. Well, the snake is not caring because it's a snake. What did you want me to say? That the snake cares about you? No, the snake is a snake. However, the snake can help in an unintentional way. The snake can be an eater of balls. But that's to say if the snake ever is present for that to happen. Because from our research, I don't think there's even a snake anymore. I think he just left. I'm not sure where it left to, but I think he just left. Yeah, it's gone now. So it's all up to us. Now, I don't mean to make a statement of you or me against them, but clearly the balls are getting out of hand. And I know this is meant to be a professional documentary, but I must just express my emotional side here for a second. The balls are getting kind of out of hand, .net style. Yeah, so watch out. So this is the lost history of the balls, and this is a very important documentary, and I'm not even sure that we're allowed to be sharing most of this information, because this is getting like too close to a dangerous area of talking too much. And if we talk too much, the balls might find us. They might find our studio. And once that happens, nothing, literally nothing, can protect us. The balls hold too much sway, but we are not scared. We will gladly stand tall and firm as the balls rush towards us. Therefore, this is the history of the Great Ball of Armenia. Trademarked and recorded, and this video, wait, no, not video. This documentary was sponsored by Cody Pizza. Wait, yeah. And it was also sponsored by Shahrazad TV, because I think this is airing on their channel. Oh, and it was also sponsored by a funny walking man, because I saw a guy. Hold on, let me tell you the story. I saw a guy walking outside, and he was funny, and then he gave me $1, and that means he sponsored us. That means we're going big. We're going to the big leagues now, because we're cool. All right, we're cool. All right. So I wanted to know. I want everyone to know. I want the balls to know that we're cool.com. And that's why we're making a documentary on being cool. So in this tutorial, I'm teaching you how to be cool. So basically, number 10 is to be cool, you have to be awesome. Number 9 is to be awesome, you have to be cool. And then if we go into the